Well, good morning, guys. So it is a beautiful day outside today. We're looking somewhere around -10. The sun is shining. Absolutely beautiful outside. This is my first weekend of go outside and playtime. So here I am with Logan. You can see him right here.
Hey guys.
He's wearing his Adventure Time hat, just like Mr. Coyote Peterson. And so the goal is today, we're gonna head off trail in a minute. We're gonna walk down trail for a minute or two, see if we can find some decent tracks, and we're gonna lay out our trail cams again and see if we can find something cool. I'm telling you, it's really good to be back outside today. After this last month, I don't know if all of you guys know or not, but myself and a family member of mine, we sell these different types of hot sauces at craft fairs, and usually around this time of year things get a little hectic, and we end up hitting a lot of these little sales as many as we can, and we end up throwing ourselves a nice family Christmas party at the end of the year with our profits. So all that's done now. Last weekend was our last sale of the year, and the big push is over, so it's time to get out and start pumping out some videos for you guys. And I think we've just about come to our spot, so we're gonna head in down this direction, close to this little runoff creek, and see if we can find some tracks. Well, Logan found some rabbit tracks. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty good spot, running alongside of a log. There's rabbit tracks going all over the place, so maybe we can use this tree that's right beside me here, and we'll set up the first camera, and I'll show you the line of sight I'm going to use. So we'll attach it to this tree right over here beside us, and we'll end up aiming it straight down here at all those
Rabbit tracks.
Oh, over that log where all the rabbit tracks we found were. We pretty much mashed them all up by stomping all over the place, but hopefully we'll be able to get some decent footage here. Now, the good thing about rabbit tracks is other critters, like predators, tend to follow these guys around. And maybe if we're lucky, we'll be able to see maybe a coyote or something. So we're gonna head off over in this direction and see if we can catch anything up in that top corner. Checking around here, we've got a whole bunch of rabbit tracks all over the place, and I do have that second trail cam, but I would like to get a camera up to see if we can get some more of the rabbits and possibly whatever it is that may or may not be living inside that hole. So all right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and set up our camera here on this tree, and I'll give you a quick look around at all the tracks that we have around here that we haven't squished. So take a look. So we've got rabbit tracks all along here, going up there, coming around here. It may all be the same rabbit, but some of them are different sizes. Well guys, there's your line of sight. It's probably actually a little bit lower even, but hopefully we'll be able to get some good critters on these cams. We've got the hole lined up, and we should be able to see just about everything else. And the good thing about rabbits is predators tend to follow their tracks to try to hunt them. So hopefully we can get a rabbit and some other critter along with it. Alright guys, so first goal of today is done. We got our trail can set up. We found some decent amount of critter tracks and possibly a cool hole for animals to live in. So we'll see what's going on there. Now the second part of our plan is, first I got to go drop Logan off at a buddy's house. He's going to hang out with somebody for the day, and then I'm going to head into another spot in another location, and I've got some gear I want to show you. So I'll show you this new tarp I picked up. Got it on a good reference, so we're gonna go check that out, and we'll set it up and see how it is. So I dropped Logan off over at his buddy's house for a play date today, and I got a couple of hours to kill. So while I'm out today, I wanted to show you a new tarp that I bought on a whim. It's from a company called Free Soldier. They say it's a 10 by 10, but from what I hear the reviews, one of the lengths is slightly longer, but it's not the end of the world. So first what we're gonna do is I'm gonna collect some of this birch bark, and we're gonna see if we can get that little stove going again and get some soup on. And while we're waiting for the soup to cook, we'll set that tarp up and take a look at it. What I like to do with my axe is kind of scuff up my wood like that. I don't know if you could see that very well, but it's almost like doing a very rough feather stick. But once you start whacking those guys down, the flames will catch onto that quite nicely and get the fire started and get into the dry stuff too. There we go. We'll take that and stick it right over, and hopefully it doesn't go out, but it should burn from the bottom through those little flames, catch the birch bark that's inside there, and we'll be in business in no time. Looks like it's working already. Alright, so here's the tarp. Comes in this bag, and also when you pull the tarp out itself, it's got another stuff sack with a little knobby thing on there to snug it all down. Also, inside this bag it comes with, it has some little stuff, you know, to set up for your guidelines, and it's got some rope and some tie downs. Doesn't feel like the best material out there, but this is what it came with, and this is what we're going to use to set it up. Oop, I'm dropping stuff here. And that's the bag. Don't know how great and durable this thing's going to be, but it'll do as a good tinder bag anyway for the time being. I'm not even sure if all this stuff will fit in this bag with the tarp, but we'll have to take a look at that again soon. So let's open it up and take a look. Now, first look at it, seems to be pretty good actually. So all the corners seem to be reinforced. Nice heavy bar stitching in there. You got a choice of putting a tent peg through, a tent spike, or tying it off in the loops. And the material feels pretty good. Seems to be ripstop. There's the big cheesy logo on there though, but I'm not too crazy about that, but I can get over it considering the price and the quality it seems to be. Nice feeling webbing. Reinforced corners. Not bad at all. I believe it's a polyester tarp and not a nylon tarp, but I'm not 100% sure about that, but I will verify and get back to you in the description. But it's a decent color, nice and green. It's got some orange lining on there. Everything looks to be pretty good. Now the cordage it comes with seems to be a just used for guidelines. You know, to when you do turn this into a tent, you can tie it out for security. I'm not really sure as to the total length of the of each rope, but it's about looks to be about 12 feet. Yeah, about 12 feet. So basically what I'll do is I'll tie two of these guys together to make sure I can reach from around the trees and from side to side, and then we'll go ahead and tie those up. So to connect our two ropes together to make our ridge line, we're going to make an X, and we'll make a hole here with our finger, and then we'll do 3 or 4 wraps, and then we'll come in through the bottom and have our line. Now from the other side, we're going to do the opposite direction, but again we'll do 3 or 4 wraps, and then we'll find out where we went through. And we want to go through in through the hole and out through the opposite side this time. So there we go. Once we've got them up, we'll slowly snug it down, and then you'll have your little ends will be out this way, and it makes a nice neat line knot with your tag ends poking out in each direction. Now once you pull that tight, this is a very snug knot. You can cut these little tag ends off really close and it'll never come undone. So there we go. It's in there nice and tight. Now it's going to stay like that. I'm going to leave the tag ends there only because I don't have anything to melt the ends and I want to take this back apart later. So got our bow line, wrap the line around, and if you guys want to see how I tie a bow line, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do a demo for you. Alright, so once I got this spot here, I'm just going to make a little loop like this. I'm going to reach through, grab that center. It's going to give me basically a little slip knot. I believe they call this a trucker's hitch or something like that. But anyway, we'll pass our line through the loop. Now you don't have to hold it anymore, and you can really snug it down. You see that? We'll pinch our line. You can see that right there. We'll do a pinch. It'll keep it nice and taut. Make a loop. We'll make a loop. Pass that over. Easier said than done, apparently. And, grab our line from the inside and then just pull up in the direction of our line. Alright, so I got a couple of prusik knots there. I'm just going to make a couple of quick little toggles, and we'll go ahead and set up our tarp. Alright folks, so I've gone ahead and set up the tarp in a simple A-frame fashion just so you can get a look at it. I'm pretty sure that most of you out there know how to set up tarps like this, so I'm not going to go into a tutorial for that. But I want to give you a quick look at this tarp. It looks to be pretty good, and I think it's well worth the money. So I'll give you a quick look at this here. I'll spin around so you can see them here behind me. So there's the tarp there. Pretty decent looking tarp, and the quality is great. So I'm gonna bring you in close, and we're gonna take a look at that right now. We got a tie out on each corner. It's a tie out, and yeah. So you got looped ends on each corner. I prefer that to grommets. I find they tear out. They don't tear out as often. And it's got a reinforced corner. The hems on the side all have double stitching, holding that on, which is pretty good. And then every 3 feet or so, or every 2 feet or so, you have another loop sewn in with a reinforced triangle in there. So there's the top. The top loops have a hole for a grommet and a loop, and again, all the tie out points have that reinforced edge. We've got another one after 2 feet, another one on the center, and then another one down on the end. So if I flip this over and give you a look at it, you can see the stitching and the reinforcement all looks pretty durable, very strong. It'll definitely give you more than enough room inside there to lay down on your bedroll or whatever it is you're sleeping on and get comfortable in there and sleep no problem. It's got a decent size to it. It's 10 by 10. I believe one side is slightly smaller than the other, but that's no big deal. In the end, you'll still be able to set up your tarp just fine. So I went ahead and I bought this tarp. I was looking for a second tarp that was 10 by 10 that'll give me more options to set things up, and I also want to start experimenting and combining the 2 tarps to make a larger, more comfortable shelter. I think it might be possible in the future where I'm going to take this tarp and my other ones and set them up on the diagonals around 2 larger trees, which will give me some space in the center to actually have a fire and have shelter on both sides, so you could sleep multiple people inside there, basically making a giant double tent. But for the time being, I just wanted to get out and actually take a look at this. I haven't even looked at it or touched it yet, and it seems to be a pretty good buy. I believe they're selling on GearBest. I can't remember the price. I don't want to give you a false price, but I'm going to go back and check it out, and I'll write the information in the description. So that's the Free Soldier I believe it's 3 meters by 3 meters or 10 by 10 tarp. So if you guys are looking for something to put in your pack that might be a good lightweight option, come check this guy out. You might be surprised. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Get out, explore.